Hey, Bougie Club. Happy Sunday. Long time coming. As you all can see, I'm at home finally for the first time in a long time. I'm excited to be home. It's the first time I've been home in a week in a while. I just wanted to check and make sure I was live everywhere. Diamond is not here to get me all together. So what's been going on with y'all? Hit me up in the comments. Let me turn the comment screen on. If y'all logging in from YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe. If you logging in from Facebook, make sure you like or follow the page. I'm gonna get right into it this week. So y'all know I get naked with y'all, so there is nothing new. I want to talk to you all about fear of moving forward, right? Because I think I suffer from it. So if I suffer from it, I know that I'm not alone. So there are those of you all out there that are probably suffering for it too. So we have experiences, and then we'll ask, and we'll think of a better way to have the experience. So this morning, I had a dream. I don't know if it was last night, this morning. Anyway, when I woke up, I recalled the dream. And I'm big about dreams and, what they mean and all of that. And I woke up and I was reflecting on this dream. So I had a dream that a friend of mine and I were going to LA to some type of award show or something. And we got to the airport. And when we get to the airport, I realized after I've gone through security, I left my luggage in the car. So how am I going to go to LA for a weekend to an award show with my luggage in the car? So I go back and I get my luggage. The flight was supposed to leave at 6:30. When I go to the car and I get back to go through security again, it's 6:27. Well, if you fly, they close the doors like 10, 15 minutes before your flight is supposed to leave. Depending on if they're waiting on connectors and all that. But anyway, so I'm in security and I'm like, I've missed my flight. And in that moment, I became frustrated because I had missed my flight because I had to go back and get my luggage. And I'm like, how did I forget my luggage? So I'm in the dream, I'm beating myself up over missing my flight because I forgot my luggage. So when I woke up this morning, I was thinking about it. I'm like, okay, what is this dream trying to show me? Because who misses flights? Like, hey, Miss Martha, who gets all the way through security and realizes they don't even have their luggage? Like, there's a whole check-in process. Anyway, I recall the first time I took my mama with me on a trip when we were going to Chicago. That trip was interesting. So my mom had to get wheelchair assistance. So I dropped her off at the drop-off place at the airport, got her in, set her on the bench, and then drove the car, and I took the luggage out, and then I drove the car and went and parked. Then I went from the parking lot all the way back to where I had dropped her off. And I remember when I was walking past the fountains, I was like, you know what, Lord, I want to experience being able to come to the airport and get right on the plane, and I want to experience not having to travel with luggage. I just want to get whatever I need to get whenever I go. So this is what I'm thinking in my head during that experience. Then I have this dream where I forget my luggage. Now, mind you, in real life, like in the real world, I've had this experience where I asked to be able to travel without having to have luggage and get whatever I need to get when I get to my destination. And here in this dream, your subconscious, a fictional world, that was the perfect opportunity to act on something that I had asked for in real life. So now if you can't act on what you're asking for in your sleep state, in your fantasy, in your make-believe, how are you ever going to act on it in real life? So now when I'm thinking about this dream, I'm like, now why in the dream, did I just not go ahead and get on the plane and then just buy something else to wear when I got there? It's not like I couldn't afford to do it. I mean, because this is in a dream. In a dream, you can do everything, right? But for some reason, I was holding on to an old way of thinking, even in the dream, that caused me to go all the way back to a car to get luggage, knowing that I was getting ready to miss my flight. And when I got back through security, it wasn't going to be on time. So I intentionally avoided or missed or sabotaged the opportunity to get something that I had asked for that presented itself neatly wrapped in a bow in a dream. So this is a dream. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I have done this several times in real life. Let me see. Miss Martha says your dream was dealing with opportunities to move fast through God-given doors. Yes, Miss Martha. That was my code cracking discovery when reflecting on this dream. You sometimes don't need to take luggage with you. Sometimes the things that you think you need to go where you're trying to go, you don't need them at all because everything's already prepared when you get there. Just what if, for the sake of dream's sake, I would have just said, forget that luggage and went ahead and got on the plane. Like, what about it in the dream did I not trust that everything was going to be okay? That when I got there, I could have hooked up with a stylist, that we met on a plane, or a designer who was just looking for an opportunity to get somebody to take their pictures on a record. Like, there are so many things that could have happened, but even in the dream state, I was holding on to the idea of an old way of traveling, like you have to have luggage, even though I'm asking for an opportunity and to be able to live where I don't have to travel with luggage. So sometimes we're not ready for what we're asking for. For me, that dream was confirmation that I am where I am and stuck in a place on a lot of issues because I am not ready for what I'm asking for because I'm holding on to an old way of doing things. And I don't know about y'all, you know, I talk to y'all about the evolution all the time, and so I want you to understand it's a process, and I'm transparent with you all because I don't ever want y'all to think that I always got it all together. I struggle with things and have relapses just like you do, but I'm fortunate enough that God will show me, I guess, I don't know if you want to call it the errors of your ways or an alternative way of looking at something, but I have enough sense to know that in certain situations, even in this dream, that he was trying to show me something. And so when you have these revelations or these opportunities, I don't want you to sleep on them. I don't want you to beat yourself up for going back to the car to get the luggage, but I want you to pause in the moment and figure out what the lesson is, because we always talk about L's, you know, like losing out or you lost. While in that dream, I may have missed the flight. Missing the flight showed me something that I wasn't seeing, because what if I would have went back and got the luggage and made the flight on time? I would have missed the lesson, even though there was still something that he was trying to show me. So sometimes we get caught in this cycle and we wonder why we're not moving forward. We wonder why we still keep getting in the same situation with different people. It's because we went back to get some luggage, and when we came back to the airport, we didn't miss the flight. Even though that the opportunity for the lesson was there, we didn't just move forward into the opportunity and just get on the plane anyway without the luggage and say, I'll worry about the luggage later. So I'm going to tell you guys to pause and pay attention, because sometimes we're missing it. I was lucky. It was a dream. It didn't happen in real life, thank God. But it was still a lesson in that. So I want y'all to reflect on, what are you doing in real life where you've asked for something, but you're still holding on to an old way of thinking, an old way of doing stuff, or you're not just being bold enough to step out there and grow in a new way and try something a different way, or just it all boils down to trusting yourself, trusting God, trusting that whatever it is that you've asked for is already given. It's just waiting on you to decide it's what you really want. Because what if I would have just got on the plane, y'all? What if I would have just got on the plane? Like, I'll never know, because guess what? I didn't get on the plane. I went back to get the luggage. What opportunity did I miss? Now I have to wait for another opportunity. Or I could just decide to get on the plane without any luggage. And I'm really telling y'all, what I got out of the end of my reflection is the next time I go on a trip, I'm not packing any luggage. I'm just going to get on a plane with my toiletries, and I'm just going to go from there, because guess what? They're going to have some place to buy something. So that's my challenge to myself after having this dream. I know it sounds crazy to somebody. It sounds crazy to me, but guess what? I don't want to miss out on any opportunities. There is always warning before destruction. So if I'm a dream and I'm a dream big, the next time I travel, I'm not taking any luggage. I'm going to have my little tote bag that Jamie made for me. I'm gonna have my little Ziploc bag with my toothbrush and, you know, my little face stuff. Because you can't travel without your toothbrush. But I'm gonna have my toiletry bag, and I'm going without any luggage, y'all. I'm gonna be that bold. And I'm gonna find me something to wear when I get there. So if I get on live and I'm looking a little janky, y'all know, well, she did it without no luggage. I have some new outfits. Because think about it. I go shopping whenever I go out of town anyway, so why not? That's what I got, y'all, out of that dream from missing my plane. So I don't want anybody else to miss a plane. I don't want you to keep being paralyzed in fear. And then there's a whole lot of stuff that's been going on with me, y'all. I've been stagnant. I'm recuperating from all of this traveling I've been doing, and my lupus flared up last week. So I'm dealing with that, but just like mentally and emotionally, I've been in a place of fatigue and stagnation and lack of motivation. And another thing I think that he's trying to show me is that I just need to move forward in a new way without trying to hold on to all of the ways that I think that I need to do it. So remember, you guys, in the evolution, we have experience, we have grow, and we have give. And so that growth piece is going to evolve as you evolve. What worked for you last year is not going to work for you this year. What worked for you last month is not going to work for you this month. What worked for you yesterday may not work for you today, but you have to be willing to leave the luggage. You have to be willing to get on the plane without the suitcases. You have to be willing to go to the destination and figure it out when you get there. I'm pushing you like I'm pushing me. I'm telling you what I have to tell myself, because every day is a challenge. Like, this whole new mindset shifting and trusting God thing is it's easy, but we make it difficult because we start holding on to that old luggage and what's in those suitcases, and it prevents us from moving forward. Like, I could have had somebody gift me a whole little Louis Vuitton set of luggage or something, like, but I never know, because I went back and got my little Ross bag. No, I love my little Ross bag. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all, when we went to Cancun, this is, you know what, I received it. This is a whole nother level. We went to Cancun. We're going through O'Hare Airport. We're going on the little moving walkway. As I'm getting off the walkway, the wheel falls off of my suitcase, y'all. I'm telling on myself. I told y'all I'm gonna get naked with y'all. My wheel falls off my suitcase. Tracy gets the wheel, and we put the wheel in the suitcase. So now my suitcase is 3-wheel motion, right? I don't know if y'all ever tried to roll a suitcase on 3 wheels, because, you know, when you pull the suitcase, the 2 wheels on the back with the handle makes it easy to roll. Well, I didn't lose one of the wheels on the front. I lost one of the wheels on the back, so I had to flip the suitcase over and try to drag it that way. It was very challenging. Now, let me tell y'all how trifling I am and how I am so holding on to old ways of doing things in many areas of my life. Now, I love this suitcase. Y'all seen the little meme of the little girl with the teddy bear, and Jesus is kneeled down and he's asking her, to give him the teddy bear, and he's got the bigger teddy bear behind him, but the little girl is holding on to the teddy bear. My suitcase is that teddy bear, y'all. I came back from Cancun, and I stayed in Chicago a week. I had plenty of opportunities to buy me another suitcase, but I like this suitcase. Like, I got the matching pillow, and my sister gave me a throw, and I'm all color coordinated with my hot pink and purple and navy blue suitcase. And do y'all know when I got home, I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. If it wasn't too much work, I would go get the suitcase. The wheel had like this little plastic prong, and it was like cracked right here. I take one of the little lighters with the sticks that you get to light the grill, and I'm sitting here at my bed, heating up the plastic, y'all, melting the plastic and pinching it together so that I can reattach the wheel to this suitcase. Now, I have jerry-rigged this suitcase so that I can continue to carry this suitcase. So I done put the wheel back on. Like, I done melted the plastic and squeezed it together to put the wheel back on. I got other suitcases, y'all, but I like the suitcase. I really do like the suitcase. I can fit everything in the suitcase. Me and Michelle went to when we went to Lawton, we was gone for a week. She was like, Jay, how you fit all of them clothes in this suitcase? I love this suitcase, but guess what? The suitcase really should be in the trash. The suitcase was only $50. And I'm not saying only $50, because I know depending on where you are and what season, $50 can be a lot of money, because I done had plenty of seasons where $50 was a lot of money. But the thing is, I got 3 other suitcases in the closet. I really don't have to hold on to this suitcase, but for some reason I done decided this is my favorite suitcase. And so just like with this suitcase and the whole dream with the airport, I recognize that I'm holding on to some stuff that no longer serves me. But even more so with the suitcase, it's a mindset. So as you start to shift, and a lot of people want more money, right? You got to get your mindset ready for more money. Like, it's going to be like that opportunity with being able to travel without no luggage. Being rich or poor is a mindset, and I say that because I'm at a different place financially, but I still am holding on to some poverty mindset things, y'all. I can afford another suitcase. I can buy another suitcase, but I grew up under a way of thinking, and there's nothing wrong with that, but what I'm saying is when you level up, it's some things that have to change, and this is probably why poor people can't understand rich people on a lot of things. And I'm just telling you because I'm struggling with this level up when it comes to financial capacity. So in my mind, I'm like, you don't get rid of a perfectly good suitcase when all you have to do is fix the wheel, because the wheel can be fixed. Now, granted, y'all know, y'all done seen me, I done did videos where I done took somebody's furniture off the curb and brought it into the garage and repurposed it and refurnished it and made it look new. I like doing those type of things, but I learned to like doing those type of things out of necessity because that's all that I could afford at the time. I'm fortunate enough to be in a place where I can afford to go to the store and buy something new. But at the same time, I like still going to thrift stores and, not so much no more. But, I still like that. But the problem is I still have that poverty mindset, or that mindset of why you going to buy another one even though this wheel is falling off. And it's probably going to break on you again. And when it breaks on you again, it's going to be at an inconvenient time where it's not going to be able to be repaired. Then you're really going to be mad because you're going to be running through an airport trying to get somewhere where a piece of luggage is not functioning properly. And so I'm creating my own future misery by holding on to this broken suitcase, because in my mind and my mindset and that luggage that I'm holding on to that won't allow me to move forward into a new season of something that I prayed for, where I don't have to keep mending and pasting stuff, because God says, okay, now you can have things that are new. You can get what you asked for. You can afford to go and replace things. You don't have to keep patching on stuff because you can't afford to get something new. So I'm just sharing all of this with you because the mindset the mindset shift is real and it's challenging, and there's a such thing as a poverty mindset and there's a such thing as a wealth mindset, and you have to come to terms which one you're gonna dwell in. But if you want to get here, a lot of us don't have any money because of our mindset. A lot of us are not able to move into what we call wealth because we're still holding on to a poverty mindset. And there's nothing wrong with it because we were in a mode of survival. But there'll come a time in your walk and in your faith where you're no longer in survival. So when you no longer have to operate in survival, you have to learn how to flourish and grow. And while the skills that you learn in your survival mode will serve you well, you have to learn how to grow, and you have to learn what growth is looking like. So I'm just telling y'all what I have to work on myself. And so I need y'all to leave the luggage in the car. Now, I'm using the analogy of luggage, and I promise I wasn't even thinking about the wheel on the suitcase. That he just brought that to mind, and it just really all flows together. So I done blessed my own spirit. So I hope this is helping somebody that's on this live, or whether you tune in on a replay. Leave the luggage in the car, sis. Bruh, leave the luggage in the car. Get on the plane with no luggage. Do not miss your flight and your opportunity to walk into something that you've asked God for because you're trying to go back to the car. You're trying to go back to the car, knowing if you go back to the car, you're going to miss your flight. Don't be afraid to get on the plane without the luggage. Go there without the luggage. That's all I'm going to do. I'm challenging you to go without the luggage. And I'm going to go without the luggage too. And I'll share with you my journey of moving forward without the luggage, getting on the plane without the luggage, as I've always done. But we're going to do this together, Bougie Club. We're going into a new season. It's time for a level up. It's time for another shift in our mindset. It's time for another level of elevation. And there's some things that we're holding on to that served us well in that season of survival, but we're moving into growth now. We're moving into flourishing now. And so you gotta leave the luggage in the car. That's all I got for y'all, Bougie Club. I want y'all to lift me up and pray for me as I move forward in this unknown season of traveling without luggage. And I want you all to come with me because I don't want to be on a plane by myself. Somebody gotta come shopping with me. We got to figure out what blessings are on the other side. So leave the luggage in the car and meet me on the plane. And when we get to the destination, we're going to talk about how crazy it was to all that luggage we were holding on to, and me and my crazy self melting plastic to put wheels back on suitcases. Because now that I say that out loud to y'all, it really is embarrassing. But it's what I did. And I'm going to get rid of the suitcase, y'all. I'm going to throw the suitcase away. That's going to be the first start, is throwing away the suitcase. And I love that suitcase. So it's something that you're holding on to. It might not be physical. It might be something that's intangible. But I'm going to encourage you to throw it away and move forward. That's all I got for y'all. As always, I am your girl, J. Penelope. I love you all in this life and the next. I'm encouraging you to be bold, outspoken, unapologetic, goodwill, inspiring, and epic every day. I'll see you all next week. I love you and good night.